Hello, today we'll be talking about the physical and the chemical changes and how to identify whether a change taking place is a physical or a chemical one. So, what is a physical change? A physical change is a change in which no new substance is formed, which means the composition of the substance remains the same. Moreover, the process can easily be reversed. So, if these things are happening during a change, the change is supposed to be a physical change. Let us take this example. So, here a cloth is being stitched, and during this process, there is a change in the size and the shape of the cloth. So if there is a change in the size and the shape, but the cloth has remained the same, it hasn't changed. So this change is a physical change. Another example of a physical change where there's a change in size or shape. So when the vegetables are being cut, they take a different shape and different size, but the composition of the vegetables is not changing. Again, when a paper is torn, the composition of paper does not change. It's only the change in shape and size, and hence it's a physical change. Another scenario where the change is a physical change is actually when the change in state is taking place. So in this picture, we can see that the water is boiling. So it is changing from the liquid state to the gaseous state. And in the second one, the ice is melting. So the ice is changing from the solid state to the liquid state. Because these are only the changes in state, the substance remains H2O. Hence, the change is a physical change. One more scenario where the change is a physical change is during the process of dissolving. So when we dissolve salt or sugar into water, it is a physical change because we can separate them out again easily. We can evaporate water and get the sugar and the salt back. So because the process is reversible and hence the process of dissolving is a physical change. Now, what is a chemical change? A chemical change, in contrast, is a change where a new substance is formed, which means the composition of the substance is going to change, and this process cannot be easily reversed. So once a change has taken place, it's very difficult to get it back. One of the indicators of a chemical change is the change in color or odor. So you can see in this example that the substance being added is actually purple in color, but the moment it is added, it changes its color. So the change is a chemical change. In this one also, initially, the color of the two things which were added, it was transparent, but then it changes to purple. So these both are chemical changes. Another indicator of the chemical change is the change in temperature. So if the temperature increases or decreases without giving or taking away the heat, then the change is a chemical change. Another indicator of chemical change is when the light is produced during the process. So this kind of a reaction, if taking place, would be an indicator of a chemical change. One more indicator of a chemical change is the formation of a precipitate. So what is a precipitate? A precipitate is an insoluble substance. So here we can see that the yellow colored substance is actually insoluble now, and if we leave this test tube for some time, then this insoluble substance will settle down at the bottom of the test tube. So this is also a chemical change. Also, during a change, if bubbles are being formed, but not because of heating, then the change is a chemical change. So when we are boiling water, there the bubbles are formed due to the heating process. So that is a physical change. But if we see bubbles just by mixing two things together, the bubbles are being formed, then the change is a chemical change. Now, what do you think fireworks are? Are they a physical change or a chemical change? So because it is the process which indicates the production of light, so it is a chemical change. How about frying of an egg? So frying of an egg is also a chemical change. The reason being, once we fry the egg and make an omelette, we cannot get the egg back again. Moreover, what we are doing during this process is we are denaturing the proteins present in the egg. We are changing their chemical composition, and hence the frying of an egg is a chemical change. How about the burning of paper? What do you think it is? Is it a physical or a chemical change? For sure, it is a chemical change because it is accompanied by the production of heat and light, and moreover, the carbon black which is produced as a result of the process of burning, it cannot be turned back into paper. Hence, the burning of paper is a chemical change. How about the corrosion of metal? So it is again a chemical change. The reason being, once the metal has corroded, you cannot get the metal back from it. The metal has changed into either the metal oxide or the metal sulfides, and hence the corrosion of metal is a chemical change. And the last one, breaking of an egg. How about that? Is it a physical or a chemical change? So this is a physical change because when an egg breaks, its composition does not change. It still is the same substance. Hence, the breaking of an egg is a physical change. I hope you clearly understood the difference between the physical and the chemical changes. See you in the next one. Bye-bye.